Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert, and it's a pleasure to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. When we think about what makes a hotel successful, is it a busy lobby? Is it sold-out rooms? Well, those are great signs for sure, but they really don't tell the whole story. Today, we're going to dig into hotel profitability to see what really separates a busy hotel from a truly high-performing investment.
Our goal throughout this program is to really align your skills with what's actually happening in hotel operations today. We're here to bridge that gap between what you learn in a textbook and the financial realities that leaders and managers face day in and day out. This is that practical, real-world knowledge that's absolutely essential for your future. You know, at the very heart of any hotel's financial story, there are really two key perspectives. On one side, you've got the general manager. Their world revolves around driving revenue, what we call the top line. But on the other side, you have the owner's representative, and they are laser-focused on what an investor really cares about: profit, the bottom line. And let me tell you, understanding both is your key to success.
So let's start with the role you're probably most familiar with, the general manager. The GM is the face of the hotel, right? The operational leader. And their main mission, their primary mission, is to fill rooms, fill restaurants, and just maximize every single possible revenue stream.
And that brings us to the top line. This is all about revenue. It's the total amount of money the hotel brings in before a single expense gets taken out. Now, a rising top line looks fantastic. I mean, it means the hotel is busy, your marketing is working, people are coming in. But it's only half the story. Okay, so now let's completely switch gears and look at this from the owner's perspective. Their representative, well, they look right past all that surface-level activity. They know that a busy hotel isn't always a profitable one. Their focus is completely on the bottom line, because that is what ultimately decides if the hotel is a valuable asset or just a very expensive building to run.
The first key metric they're going to watch like a hawk is GOP, or gross operating profit. Think of GOP as a report card for the hotel's management team. It answers one simple question. After you pay for all the daily operational costs, staff, supplies, utilities, how much profit is actually left over? It's a pure, clean measure of operational skill.
Now, the next metric is even more critical for an owner: EBITDA. This goes way beyond just daily operations. It shows the raw cash flow that the business is generating. This is the money that's used to pay the mortgage, to pay taxes, and most importantly for any investor, to pay dividends. A strong EBITDA means you have a healthy, cash-producing asset, plain and simple.
And here's the thing, a great owner's rep knows that profit can get eaten away by costs that have nothing to do with daily operations. We call these below-the-line expenses, things like insurance, property taxes, and management fees. These have to be controlled just as tightly as the cost of cleaning a room. Every single dollar you save here flows directly to that bottom line.
So, how do we connect these two worlds, the GM's world of revenue and the owner's world of profit? Well, there's a critical concept that acts as the ultimate litmus test for profitability, and it's called flow-through. To put it simply, flow-through measures how well you turn new revenue into new profit. So if you bring in $1 extra of revenue, the question is how many cents of that dollar actually flow through all the costs and land in your gross operating profit. This little metric tells you if your growth is actually profitable or if it's just really expensive. And this is a perfect example of a best-case scenario. In the rooms department, think about it. The cost to sell one more room are pretty low. You already have the room, the bed, the staff. So a healthy target for flow-through is right around 80%. That means for every extra dollar you make in room revenue, 80 cents should become pure profit. That's fantastic.
Now, let's build on that. Compare the high profitability of rooms with a department like food and beverage. See, to earn an extra dollar here, you have to buy ingredients, you use more energy cooking, maybe you pay more staff. The cost of goods sold is just so much higher, which means the flow-through is way, way lower. And that's exactly why a hotel's overall revenue mix is so important.
This quote just puts it all into perspective perfectly. Imagine you go to your owner and say, hey, we grew revenue by $1 million. That sounds incredible, right? But if your profit only went up by $100,000, your flow-through is a tiny 10%. You basically spent $900,000 just to get that new revenue. That's not profitable growth, that's just spinning your wheels.
And that right there brings us to the ultimate goal. Every single decision, from a marketing promotion to negotiating an insurance contract, it all has to be made with one end in mind:
turning that hotel into a high-performing investment that actually increases in value over time. So it all comes together in this simple but really powerful framework. First, step 1, you drive that top line. But immediately, step 2, you have to make sure that revenue is profitable by optimizing your flow-through. Step 3, at the same time, you're managing all your costs, both above and below the line. And when you do all of those things well, you get to the final goal, step 4. You increase the fundamental value of the asset.
So, I'll leave you with this question, because this is what it's all about. It's the difference between being a manager and being a true leader. It's the difference between just running a building and actually creating real, lasting value. And the best leaders, of course, learn how to do both.